1,000 ringgit per square feet offered for Kampong Baru land. Restaurant worker charged with Daesh-related offence. Good afternoon, I'm Carlos and welcome to News on 2. Well, the government is offering 1,000 ringgit per square foot compared to 850 ringgit before this as the final buying price over the land in Kampong Baru for redevelopment. Federal Territories Minister Khalid Abdul Samad said the landowners will be offered a package of 850 ringgit per square feet in the compensation option they want, and the remaining 150 ringgit will be in the form of shares in the special purpose vehicle or SPV of the development project to be set up in the future.
Dia 1,000 kaki persegi, 850 dan 150. 150 tu dah saham. Tu tak nego, fix. 850 tu dia boleh dalam bentuk saham ataupun dia boleh dalam bentuk cash ataupun dia boleh dalam bentuk property. Kalau dia pilih dalam bentuk property, dia akan dapat properti dengan harga diskaun 15%. Okay?
Khalid also urged for landowners to submit the feedback forms regarding the offer. He added that the deadline for the submission of the feedback forms by the landowners to the government is by 30th November. Details of the share structures will be scrutinized by the relevant government agencies and be finalized soon before the signing of the agreement. He said this during a special press conference at Kuala Lumpur City Hall.
A restaurant worker was charged at the Ipoh Sessions Court with Daesh terrorism-related offence. Well, no plea was recorded from Hafiz Othman, 42, from Malim Nawar, who was represented by lawyer Muhammad Asif Muhammad Noor. Well, he was charged under Section 130JB, subsection A of the Penal Code for having in possession 4 magazines related to Daesh activities. Well, Hafiz had allegedly carried out the offence at a house in Kampong Changkat Baru in Malim Nawar on 18th May at about 2:30 p.m. Under the section, it carries a maximum 7 years jail or a fine and possible forfeiture of the items upon conviction. Deputy Public Prosecutor Muhammad Ishanuddin Alias requested for Judge Norashima Khalid to transfer the case to the Kuala Lumpur High Court. Judge Norashima granted the request. On 17 May, Hafiz was arrested at the Kuala Lumpur International Airport at about 6 p.m. for allegedly trying to go to Sinai in Egypt. He was charged at the Sepang Sessions Court on 30th May for the offence. Well, a fishing boat fuel sales centre owned by the Marang and South Kuala Terengganu Fishermen Association caught fire yesterday. The incident happened at the Fisheries Development Authority of Malaysia FDAM facility in Cendering, Kuala Terengganu.
Terengganu FDAM Director Tengku Muhammad Anwar Tengku Mahmud said they believe the incident was caused by the action of several Vietnamese fishermen who were playing with firecrackers near the area. He added that the fire started at one of the pipes channeling diesel in the building at the center before spreading and then destroyed the sales center, causing a loss of 150,000 ringgit. He said the fire had affected about 1,600 fishermen from South Kuala Terengganu and Marang who received their supply of diesel at the center. 2 explosions took place when the fire and rescue personnel were putting out the fire. No loss of life was reported in the incident.
A pedestrian bridge collapsed near Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan SMK Jalan Kebun Klang after being hit by a lorry last night. It was understood that the lorry driver was trapped under the rubble of the newly built bridge.
Head of the Klang Zone Fire and Rescue Department of Malaysia JBPM Samsul Ma'arif Saibani confirmed the incident. Meanwhile, Sungai Kandis State Assemblyman Muhammad Zawawi Ahmad Mughni also uploaded pictures of the accident on his Instagram page. The lorry driver was said to have just finished preparing materials to upgrade the roads of that area. He apparently forgot to lower the rear of the vehicle before crashing into the yet-to-use bridge.
Well, heavy rain for more than 3 hours last night has caused flash floods in Jawi near Nibong Tebal, Pulau Pinang. Well, thus, a temporary relief center, or PPS, was opened at the Jawi Multipurpose Hall earlier this morning to accommodate 54 flood evacuees.
State Welfare Caring Society and Environment Committee Chairman P. Boon Po said the PPS opened at 3:45 a.m. and a total of 17 families from Jawi area were evacuated after their homes inundated by water measuring as high as 0.5 meters. He also said that as of this morning, the number of flood victims still housed at the PPS Kampung Manggis Kemas Kindergarten in Bukit Mercajam remain unchanged at 31 people from 8 families. Besides that, some areas in the northeast part of the island were also experiencing flash floods due to heavy rainfall from last night until early this morning, but no PPS was open yet.
Well, over in Johor, as of 8 a.m. today, the number of flood evacuees in 2 districts has dropped slightly to 214 victims from 49 families compared to 229 people from 51 families recorded at 8 p.m. last night. Well, this resulted in the closure of 3 temporary relief centers in Pontian.
Johor Local Government, Urban Wellbeing and Environment Committee Chairman Tan Cheng Chun in a statement said in Pontian, the 2 centres, namely the PPS Sekolah Kebangsaan SK Sri Bukit Panjang and PPS SK Kampung Parit Haji Adnan, housed 64 victims from 15 families and 95 victims from 21 families respectively. While in Batu Pahat, 16 victims from 3 families are still placed at the PPS SK Sungai Kajang, while 39 people from 10 families are housed at the Tongkang Pecah Community Hall.
The Royal Malaysian Police RMP College Commandant Dato' Yong Lei Chu has been appointed as the Kuala Lumpur Police Deputy Chief effective 25th November. Well, the transfer directive, which was issued by the Bukit Aman Police Headquarters last night, also involved 10 other senior police officers.
Dato' Yong will be replaced by RMP College Strategic Studies and Intelligence Science Centre Chief Dato' Tan Chong Jin. Meanwhile, other changes included Bukit Aman Integrity and Standard Compliance Department, JIPS Religion and Counselling Division Principal Assistant Director Dato' Dr. Laila Ali, who was appointed as JIPS Deputy Director and conferred Acting Deputy Commissioner. Another transfer was ACP Dalbir Singh Tanah Singh, who was appointed as Bukit Aman Narcotics CID for Property Forfeiture, Principal Assistant Director and with the rank of Acting Senior Assistant Commissioner.
Well, the World Bank Doing Business 2020 report has ranked Malaysia in the 12th position among 190 economies worldwide. International Trade and Industry Ministry Dato' Darrell Laking said this is a further improvement from the 15th spot the previous year.
So in the whole of ASEAN, we are Singapore is number 1, we are number 2. Right after that will be Thailand. But Thailand is ranked number 21 in the whole world. So that means Malaysia is still there, still, marked up. And of course, if we manage to push to with 3 marks up, we have to work a lot more harder. There's no cause for big celebration because, like you said, we want to be part of the 10.
He attributed the improvement to the public and private sector's collaboration and commitment under the Special Task Force to facilitate business, Pemuda. Well, he said Pemuda has helped to improve the ease of doing business environment in the country. The Doing Business report measures the processes for business incorporation, getting a building permit, obtaining an electricity connection, transferring property, assessing credit, protecting minority investors, paying taxes, engaging in international trade, enforcing contracts and resolving insolvency.
Well, Malaysia is confident that the palm oil issue with India will not derail the country's Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership or RCEP negotiations slated for conclusion this year. International Trade and Industry Minister Dato' Darrell Laking assured this based on the commitment shown by India at the final phase of RCEP negotiations.
According to him, the country's relationship with India is still going strong despite the demand by the Indian private sector to boycott the import of Malaysian palm oil. He added that the ministry will continue to engage with the Indian government to encourage them to buy Malaysian palm oil as well as to increase their confidence on the commodity.
I'm confident that it will not. As far as what I heard when I was at the last meeting, because contrary to many people's opinion, India has been quite, clear with what they want, and they are working together with the rest of the ASEAN nation. So, to me, sometimes it's hyped up, but let's hope for the best.
On the RCEP, he said there are still a few other pending issues which need to be given due attention before finalizing it at the beginning of next month. He said this after the launch of the National Export Day 2019.
The Federal Agricultural Marketing Authority, FAMA, launched the Direct from Farm sale program that aimed to reduce the living cost of the rakyat. Agriculture and Agro-Based Industry Minister Dato' Salahuddin Ayub said the program offers fair price for consumers as the food was marketed directly to the consumers without any middlemen.
Kita dapat untuk memberikan kepada pelanggan kita iaitu rakyat harga-harga barang ataupun produk makanan yang lebih murah 5% hingga 30%. Jadi ini yang dapat kita memberikan sumbangan untuk meringankan kos sara hidup.
Dato' Salahuddin was speaking after witnessing the launch of Direct from Farm Sale or JTDL program in Shah Alam yesterday. The event was graced by Tengku Permaisuri Selangor, Tengku Permaisuri Norashikin. Dato' Salahuddin also said the program has been expanded to 9 locations nationwide with the increase of 15 entrepreneurs compared to last year's 10. The program is expected to bring in 200,000 ringgit in sales.
The move to reduce the price threshold for foreigners to purchase property in the city from 1 million ringgit to 600,000 ringgit can strengthen the property sector in the country. Well, the short-term measure was also to address property overhang.
Managing Director of LBS Bina Group Berhad, Tan Sri Lim Hock San, is also optimistic that the steps taken by the government is also able to contribute to the positive economic growth of the nation.
This overhang project, if can sell to foreigners, say whether Hong Kong, we don't care, or Hong Kong, whatever thing, and then they can help our exchange. Because when they buy, they have their Hong Kong dollar, whatever dollar, they convert to ringgit. This one will help to make sure the ringgit will not devalue first. And secondly, also to help the developer who have so many overhead unsold property, so that they can sell, they can settle their bank loan, they can settle their contractors or suppliers.
He also explained that it is important to understand that this measure is only applicable on the existing unsold housing projects and not on every housing project in the country. He told reporters this after launching the first apartment construction in Alam Perdana, Selangor.
The Youth and Sports Ministry will provide a second chance for former juvenile delinquents and Henry Gurney School students to enter the Technical and Vocational Education and Training or TVET under the My Future Youth and My Future Youth Plus programs. The pioneer programs, which are divided into 2 categories, that's proactive and reactive, are aimed to help youth to develop soft skills, getting a working opportunity to undergo industrial training and getting placement in the working sector.
Minister Syed Saddiq Syed Abdul Rahman said for proactive prone youth, special early intervention will be provided through short and long-term courses, whereas reactive prone youth will be trained and placed under TVET-linked companies such as the Malaysian Resources Corporation Berhad, MRCB.
Ini penting kerana saya nak kongsikan, kalau kita lihat bagi mereka yang pernah dipenjarakan masuk Henry Gurney, about 50 to 60% adalah golongan anak muda dan kebanyakan daripada mereka buat jenayah kecil. Tetapi kerana mereka tidak ada bantuan khusus, kalau kita lupakan mereka, sisihkan mereka, apabila mereka balik ke komuniti atau masyarakat, keluarga pun tidak ambil pandang mereka dengan serius, apabila mereka tiada pekerjaan, tiada hala tuju dalam hidup, kita pun tak nak hulurkan bantuan, akhirnya dia re-offend.
Zaid Sadiq was speaking after launching the Youth and Sports Skills Training Institute ILKBS Symposium in Putrajaya. The symposium convened 300 ILKBS educators as well as representatives from public and private training agencies.
Malaysia is set to be the host of the ASEAN Digital Ministers meeting next year. Communications and Multimedia Minister Gobind Singh Dio, through his Facebook and Twitter pages, said the ASEAN Digital Master Plan will be launched at the meeting.
Gobind made the announcement while attending the two-day meeting of ASEAN Telecommunications and Information Technology Ministers, known as TELMIN, which began today in Vientiane, Laos. TELMIN is an annual meeting of ASEAN ministers responsible for information technology and telecommunications to discuss current issues and trends, as well as direction of the agenda for ASEAN information and communications technology (ICT) development for the next year. Gobind also said that through TELMIN, ASEAN could also have dialogues with China, Japan, Korea, India, the European Union, the United States, and International Telecommunication Union, ITU.
But first, Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad arrived in the capital of Azerbaijan to attend the 18th Non-Aligned Movement, also known as NAM Summit, which begins today. The Prime Minister will be delivering a keynote speech during the general debate on the summit. While Tun Dr. Mahathir is expected to touch on the current state of world affairs, the impact of trade wars, criminalizing war, and the Palestinian issue.
The arrival of the Prime Minister and his wife, Tun Dr. Siti Hasmah Muhammad Ali, were welcomed by Azerbaijan Deputy Prime Minister Shahin Mustafayev and Malaysian Ambassador to Azerbaijan, Dato' Bazlan Yusof. Azerbaijan, as the host of the 18th NAM Summit, will also be taking the NAM chairmanship from Venezuela until 2022. Currently, NAM consists of 120 member states, 17 observer states, and 10 international organizations. Tun Dr. Mahathir is also expected to meet several NAM leaders, including Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan and Iranian President Hassan Rouhani. Tun Dr. Mahathir last attended the NAM Summit when Malaysia hosted it in 2003, before he retired from being the fourth Prime Minister.
Well, that concludes this afternoon's News on 2. In our top story, restaurant worker charged with Daesh-related offence. Well, my dear friends, here's a programming note. News on 2's afternoon's edition comes on early tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. due to the live coverage of the Australian MotoGP qualifying session here on TV2. I'm Mohammed Amin Carlos. Thanks for watching and a happy Friday.